Across the South Coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 1 o'clock. I'm Diogo Andrade and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. Bill Sweeney, the CEO of the English Rugby Union, has survived a vote of no confidence last night. The referees union and championship clubs were the most vocal in the board's decision to remove the current CEO. Sweeney made £1.1 million last year during the RFU's record year for losses. Sir Bill Bowman, president of the RFU, pleads the board to work together with Sweeney.
Let's not anticipate a wave of SGM's new motions to divide us. Let's pull together.
Women's Rugby Player of the Year Ellie Kilden returns to England's starting 15 against Wales this weekend. England dominated Italy last weekend, but make 13 changes ahead of the trip to the Principality Stadium. Record crowds are expected in the Welsh capital as the world number one side visits. Chris Wood is going to miss Nottingham Forest FA Cup quarter-final against Brighton due to a hip injury. Nigerian striker Iwoni, who hasn't started a game in over 3 weeks, is set to replace his teammate. John-Philippe Mateta is going to be back to face Fulham after a horrific left-ear injury that left him out for a month. On Sunday, Preston play against Aston Villa, whilst Bournemouth, who have never reached the semi-finals of the competition, face Manchester City. Chelsea, who have knocked out Manchester City from the quarter-finals of the Women's Champions League, Chance Crummick has more.
It's James and Ramirez. It's just been a blue wave of goals in this first half for Chelsea.
It was an incredible night in the UEFA Women's Champions League as Chelsea pulled off a stunning comeback against Manchester City to book their place in the semi-final. Trailing 2-0 from the first leg, Sonia Bonpasta's side faced an uphill battle at Stamford Bridge. However, the Blues scored 3 first-half goals to turn the tie on its head. Chelsea were able to see the match up from there and win the tie 3-2 on aggregate. The French manager was proud of the performance of her players.
Again, I'm really proud of my players and it was a difficult challenge, but we believed it was possible, and I think this belief was something really strong in our side and maybe made the difference.
Having only joined the club last summer, Bonpasta has had an unbelievable start to life as Chelsea women's manager. Having already won the League Cup, being in the semi-final of the FA Women's Cup, as well as being 8 points clear at the top of the Women's Super League, Chelsea are still in contention for the quadruple this season. Captain Millie Bright highlights the outstanding start her manager has had since coming in.
I think she's an incredible manager. I think she's really took us to another level, and I think we're a little bit of a different team now, so all eyes looking forward.
To win the quadruple though, Chelsea will need to get past Barcelona, their opponent in the semi-final of the Women's Champions League, a competition that they have never won. Can the Blues pull off some more magic against Barca, or will the elusive Women's Champions League evade them for another season? Chance Crummick, Solent Sports News.
Former Southampton and Portsmouth manager Harry Redknapp has jokingly labelled England manager Thomas Tuchel as a spy. The 78-year-old was at a charity event and was questioned on Tuchel's England.
I like Gareth Southgate, I like him a lot, but we should have won something, And is this the man now, Tuchel? I don't know, I think, I'll be honest with you, I think he's a German spy. I'm telling you.
The 2025 Isle of Wight Sports Awards took place last night. With us in the studio today is BBC Radio Solent Sports journalist Millie Payne, who attended the awards. Thanks for coming here, Millie. Can you explain to the viewers at home what the awards are about?
Hi Diogo, thanks for having me. Basically, the awards last night was a celebration of all the sporting achievements on the Isle of Wight from the year 2024, and it was also their 50th anniversary of the awards, so they used that as an opportunity to celebrate the Olympians that have come from the Isle of Wight. So you have the likes of Nick Percy, he competed in discus in the Paris 2024 Olympics, he was there last night, as well as gold medalist from Sydney 2000, Lewis Attrill, who competed in rowing. It was a really great sort of evening all around, celebrating levels of all different kinds of sports from the Isle of Wight.
And who were the winners? Were there any surprises? And how did you personally find the atmosphere?
Well, I mentioned Nick Percy. He won the Senior Men's Award for biggest sporting achievement, of course, making the Olympics last year. Other categories included things like junior boys and girls. You had an archery prodigy, Summer Chambers there, who's been really successful and part of the GB Academy last year. Other awards like big awards, sort of service to sport, which was won by Neil Lacey, the founder of GB Down Syndrome Swimming Charity, and volunteer awards, people like, for example, Trevor and Tommy, who are a big part of the East Cowes Football Club and Sandown Shanklin Rugby, and as well other awards like Lifetime Achievement Award, which was won by this fantastic lady who has been an incredible service to equestrian on the Isle of Wight for about 45 years. So yeah, the atmosphere was great, and really great atmosphere all around at the Isle of Wight.
Thank you again, Millie, for coming. It's been great having you here. Liam Lawson shows his first reaction after sharing emotional social media post. He's going to join Hajar at Visa Cash App. That's all from us this hour. I'll be back at 2 for more news.